Okay, I'll go ahead and call this meeting to order, the special meeting, April 11th, Shelby County Supervisors. Any conflict of interest here, guys?
None.
Motion to approve the agenda is presented.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Charlie, second by Bryce. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Approval of minutes for April 4th. Any changes, Mark?
None.
Motion to approve is presented then.
Motion.
Motion by
Second.
Bryce, second by Charlie. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Consideration of changing the effective date of the 28E law enforcement agreement to April 15th, 2023. Neil, you want to come up and explain the
absolutely.
change?
Yep, absolutely.
Good morning.
Good morning. So we initially passed and you guys signed the agreement that was supposed to take effect May 1 for that 2080 law enforcement agreement between ourselves and the city of Harlan. After that agreement's been signed, actually right about the time that agreement was signed, an employee over there in the admin role as a police officer accepted a position elsewhere, and his last day will be the 14th. So he is their last administrative position on the Harlan Police Force. He's a sergeant over there currently. And just with the timing of some other things, to avoid liability issues between ourselves as well as the city, it's been talked about with myself as well as the city administrator that we should probably move this forward just a little bit. And that's all we're doing here. We're just moving it forward a couple weeks from where it was initially signed. It'll be just a prorated amount onto the contract as far as 2 weeks worth. From what we initially agreed
That was going
upon.
to be one of my questions.
Yeah, so that amount will be paid by the city to us for the 2 weeks. And City Administrator Gina is here, and I believe, Gina, it was passed yesterday at the city council meeting to move this forward as well.
Yes.
So that was passed on their end as well yesterday to start the April 15th. So it would be a 12:01 start date, AM on the 15th of April. Basically what it would do is it would put them, we're already starting the interview process at our office. We've got over 15 applicants right now that have come in.
Wow.
So that's a good sign. We've left it open until filled, so they're still coming in. I had a couple more coming today. But what it would do, it would allow us to offer some positions possibly here in the next week or so, get some people on.
Have you offered any yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. Maybe in the next few days we plan.
So you'll be able to cover this 15 thing?
We'll be able to cover the 15th, absolutely. We've got a plan in place for that with our admin team and our patrol team. But it would put everybody under the sheriff's office policies and the county policies and under one umbrella for admin questions and responses, where it's not some of the city officers are calling us for answers, we're getting county answers that don't line up, so it just makes it clean for the liability reasons.
Well, and I can see when it was initially done, you're kind of guessing a little bit.
We were.
How soon things can get
Yep.
in place, and
Yep.
then there's other things pop up that, just like
Correct.
you talked about.
Yeah, we've already
So,
completed.
As long as you feel you can cover it.
Yeah, I do, and we've completed already an inventory and an evidence at the city of Harlan and the police department. So that's all been completed and reconciled already at this point.
Okay. Got any other major hurdle yet besides getting people on board?
Personnel and maybe some equipment, but we even think a workaround for equipment after doing inventory over there. They've got a significant amount of equipment that we can utilize starting
Okay.
off. So,
Makes sense to me.
yeah.
Do you have any other questions?
None.
Anything you want to add?
Done a great job.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Like it.
And the council was all good with it?
Yes.
No other things, strings attached or anything?
No.
Okay.
No, just adjusting the date.
Just dressing the
I'm
day.
trying to do too, again, life happens and
Okay.
more pieces have fallen into place and just makes sense, just to make it cleaner.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate you bringing this to us, so we
Yeah.
can try to wiggle around this with liability and stuff. so.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. You guys
Okay.
looking at it.
Okay, anything else, guys?
Nope.
We have a motion to approve.
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion by Charlie, second by Bryce. Any other questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thanks,
Thank you,
guys.
Neil.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Gene.
So there's gonna be new documents?
We will use the original document and just change the time.
Just amend
Change
the
the date.
time.
Just amend the date. Yeah.
Okay. We will need that though.
Yeah.
So we have on file.
You have the signed document, correct, Mark?
Okay. Last thing,
Yes, sir.
secondary roads
Thank you.
amendment information. Morning, Brandon.
Good morning.
Brendan?
Got some information here, so, so basically the left-hand column is my current budget, the right-hand column is the amendment. There's no changes to the revenue, which is on the top. The expenditures are on the bottom. So
So this
basically,
is for the year we're presently in?
yes, 2023.
Okay.
Yes, FY 2023, which ends July 1st, June 30th. So basically what I'm asking for is to lower my reserves from 3 million to 2.67. It's slightly less than $400,000 amendment. What it's going to, about 200,000 for rock, and the other 200,000 is split between parts. The parts have killed us this year just with inflation and everything like that. We're already at the top of our parts budget with 3 months to go here. And then the other is, so when we did our new equipment purchases for this current fiscal year and next fiscal year, this fiscal year we had a dump truck outfitted. We have bought the chassis, but the truck is sitting in Des Moines with part of the hoist on, but the right parts won't come. We have an excavator purchased for next fiscal year that we're gonna buy in July 1. It's about 100,000 more than what the outfitting of the box is. So we're just gonna wait and see. If the excavator comes before July 1, we're gonna pay for that in this fiscal year and the box in next fiscal year. If it's vice versa, it won't be any change, but I'm budgeting for that potential change because I can't afford both of them next fiscal year
Right.
without
So
basically.
you'll pay
coming-
one or the other and you just choose at that time?
Yes, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, whichever comes in, it's
Okay.
like that chipper. It's just, we were supposed to get the truck back with the box on it a month ago, and it's been sitting in the bay waiting for parts. And we're still waiting on that excavator too. The last we'd heard, it got shipped with a used bucket on it. So, yeah, that was a new one. That was a new one for me. But basically, we have good reserves to absorb this $400,000. And basically, the reason we have those reserves, if you look up at the revenue, the road use tax, basically for last fiscal year, it's 3.3 million. This year, it's about the same in 23, it's 3.3 million. We've gotten $3 million from that, and we still have 3 months of receipts to go. This is a projection put out by the Iowa DOT. They've been quite, which it's a good thing, but they've been quite low the last couple of years.
Yes, that's a good problem
Yeah,
versus
right,
the other way.
right, but when they give you an extra $1 million or $800,000 in the last 3 months of the year, there's not a whole lot you can do with it except increase your reserve. So this is, I kind of fully expect that to be,
Well, that's
the
good,
same
because
this year.
as you know, the road overlays and the bridges keep going up.
all too well. But no, I just recommending this, and this is
Okay.
just for information. I know next
Yeah,
week,
we'll get it next Tuesday.
and I'm gonna be
Formal
gone.
action.
Okay.
Gone next week, so
Yeah.
if you have, I'll send Chris up, but if you have any questions for me, just, if you
Well,
need
at least your amendment, you have money going with them, otherwise
Yeah.
we won't be looking at it.
Right, no, this is no new taxes,
Nope.
we've received our general and rural funding, this is just,
Above what you
Increase
budgeted for.
yes.
Okay. Okay, we don't have any discussion on this, but it'll be next week, or we have discussion but no action items.
Yep,
Okay.
Your transfers, I wait for Harlan to give me the percentage of taxes
sure,
collected, and then I'll transfer them.
yeah, here sometime in the next couple weeks,
It's
probably.
usually May 31st, I get the date from her.
Okay.
Heard anything from Dennison on Rock?
End of this week is the last I'd heard, but I don't know, I'm not holding my breath. I think Martin
It's close.
Marietta and the railroad were having some issues, and then they were working on the spur, and then, and then just wanted to let you gentlemen know, I know last week I talked about, they're working on that bridge on Highway 44. right east of Portsmouth. Did talk with the DOT because no one's using the official detour, they're all using the rock roads.
Shortcuts?
Yeah, so talked with the DOT and convinced them to pay for dust control at residences along the north and south unofficial detours. So they're gonna pay for 600 feet of dust control at each
Okay.
residence. So
Would you remind us again how long they're expecting that project to be?
they said 6 weeks, but Atlantic down there was supposed to be 6 weeks and it took 3+ months. So
Don't say that.
I don't know. I've been telling everybody the end of June. I
Okay.
think that's
Everybody's been asking me about
a
it.
safe bet, and if
At
it's
least
before
it's
that,
firmed up, so.
right,
Saves a lot.
right.
Okay.
But yeah, the DOT's going to pay for that. It was we had some conversation for a while, and they agreed to pay for it. So that'll
Okay.
be good. But,
Going to Omaha tomorrow.
yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Nothing.
Okay.
Right. Thank you.
See you in the morning.
Anybody else have anything
Sounds
else?
good, Shannon.
Okay, meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody.